So in this video I'll show you how to make a Lego block, try and use and demonstrate all those 3D modeling tools that I went over in the previous videos. So we'll start with our block. Now I don't have the dimensions off by hand, but they are available online somewhere, so if you want to make an accurate block you can go find them there. So let's say 0.15 by 0.75. Now let's extrude this. We'll say 1/2 inch. Okay, now we need to shell it. So shell the face to remove. We want to remove the bottom face. And thickness, let's say 0.05 inches. That looks a bit thick, so we'll change that up. So if we edit, let's say 0.02 inches. Yeah, it looks a bit better. Okay, so now let's make the knobs on top. So if we create a sketch on the top plane, we're going to make a circle. Let's dimension this. We're going to want a dimension to there, and this dimension. Whoops, not that one. Okay, so let's say this will be, it's probably around 0.25. This will probably be 0.175, or maybe 0.2. This one may be about 0.2 as well. Okay, now let's extrude that. So 0.15 maybe, or 0.1. There, 0.1 inch looks about right. Now let's array this feature. So we'll get a top view, rectangular array, extrusion number 2. The directions, we're going to need our axes visible for direction vectors. This view sucks. Okay, so rectangular array, this feature, direction 1 will be this, direction 2, this one, and we're going to want a 4x2 spacing, let's say 0.3 or 0.35, 0.36, 0.36 looks right. It's probably about the same that way. I'll hit OK. There we go. Now we need to engrave the little circles here, so let's make some text. So we'll create some text on here. Text. Size, let's go 0.05 inch text. And we'll say Lego. That looks about right from what I recall from playing with Lego 10 years ago. So finish sketch, and now we're going to want to emboss that or engrave it. So we'll engrave 0.01 inch. There we go, and now we'll rectangular array that. Direction 1, same as before. Direction 2, also same. And the same distance, we used 0.36 by 0.36, and we wanted 4x2. Hit OK. And there we have it. Now on the bottom, what do we have on the bottom? Oh, I know what we're going to have. So if we create a sketch, we want to project the geometry of those top circles. So I'm just projecting these circles onto the plane below so we can work off them for sketching. Now I'm pretty sure that the Lego pieces have a smaller circle here, something like that. And then they've got a circle in here, obviously, that's tangent to all 4 of these. So we say tangent to this one. Whoops. This will become tangent to that. There we go. And this, I don't know what the size is. We'll just say that's 0.75 of an inch. Whoa. Not 0.75 of an inch. 0.075. There we go. So now let's array these. So rectangular array for this. Actually, we'll extrude it first. So finish sketch. Okay, so extrude. This is going to cut in 0.01 or 0.02, let's say. Now we want to make that sketch visible again, just so we can see everything. So right click, make the sketch visible, because when you extrude a sketch, or when you do any operation to a sketch, it makes it invisible for your convenience, but we can make it revisible again. So let's rectangular array this. Where are axes? They're here. So direction 1, direction 2, and once again 0.36 by 0.36 and 4 by 2. Okay, there we go. Now let's extrude this. We don't want to cut it this time. We want it to come, okay, extrude. We want this to come all the way to this plane. So let's see if it'll do that. If we hit 2 next. No. Okay, so we need to make a work plane here. So let's make a work plane here off of this face. Enter. Come on, make a plane. Okay, now we got a plane, so now it should recognize it as 2 next. Or we'll just say 2 the plane. There, so now it's extruded that to the plane. We need to cut this out though, because these aren't solid circles. I seem to recall they look something like this. Let's dimension this to be 0.25 of an inch. Oh no, 0.23 or 0.24 or 3. Yeah, that looks about right. So now let's cut. So finish sketch again. Extrude, cut, and then 2 next. Oh no, I think it went all the way through. Yeah, it went all the way through. Okay, we need to make another plane to stop it from doing that. So undo, make another work plane off of this. Now we'll extrude it, cut, 2 next. Ah, no. Okay, we'll say to the plane, because it's not recognizing the plane as a next. I guess it recognizes solids as a next. So to plane, hit OK, and there we go. Now we've cut it to that, all the way down to that plane. So now let's make all these planes invisible, because we don't really need these. Now let's rectangular array this. So actually we should rectangular array we don't know the distance from here to here, so we better find that out first. So let's go back into the sketch, this sketch, which was which sketch? That was sketch 4, so right click and edit. Now if we make another circle here, constrain it tangent to all those other circles. Actually, we'll just extrude new ones, so it'll be quick So there's multiple ways to do every project. It's just the path you choose might be quicker or slower than a different path. It's all irrelevant in the end though. So finish. Now let's extrude these guys. Oh, we lost our work plane. So we want to make this visible again. So let's extrude these to that plane. Okay. Now let's rectangular array. Actually, we'll just make a new sketch. And then we're going to want to project the geometry of this circle. So we can make another circle there. And the dimensions were, I think it was 0.23. Yep, looks right. So 0.23. Finish. Extrude. So we're going to cut these. So cut. Oh, we need that other plane again. So let's get that plane back. Visibility. Okay, so now extrude to cut. Cut to this plane. Okay. Now we can get rid of all the work planes and sketches that we no longer want to see. And we can get rid of these axes. So I think we're done. I think that looks like a Lego piece to me. Actually, there's one more part I forgot. Awful view. Okay, there's a little piece that comes all the way across this, I remember. So let's make that. Let's get that work plane back again. Which one? This one. Okay, so it's a rectangle. It does one of these. Let's dimension it. So this distance, let's say it's actually, let's not do it that way. Since we don't know the actual dimensions, we could just say this distance and this distance. We'll make them equal to each other. Whoops, I accidentally keep hitting S instead of D. I don't know what S does, but probably ends the sketch, while D is the dimension. So let's make this, let's try 0.15. And this one 0.15. 0.15. Looks about right. So now let's extrude it. Actually, we better cut it first. Trim it, sorry. So let's go back and edit the sketch. Trim. There we go. Now let's see if we can extrude it. I don't know if it's a solid shape anymore, but I think it should be. Yep. To this. Okay. And there it is. That might be a bit too thick. That is too thick. That looks way too thick, actually. So let's change that sketch. Edit sketch. Let's dimension. I'm really running out of time on this YouTube video. We'll just do a quick dimension just to show you that we can change the thickness. So let's say 0.4. .04, sorry, not 0.4. Finish sketch. That looks a bit better. Okay, so pretty sure that's the majority of the Lego brick, just as I'm running out of time, so stay tuned for the next video. And if you have any other suggestions for examples that I can do to make these more clear, yeah, just let me know and I'll try and get to them. Alright, thanks for watching.